Thunder is the result of the rapid heating of air surrounding a lightning bolt. The temperature along a lightning strike can reach up to 30,000 degrees Celsius, 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. This intense heat causes the air to expand instantly, then contract just as suddenly, creating a shock wave that we hear as thunder. The sound wave reaches us with a delay compared to the lightning flash because light travels much faster than sound. You can estimate the distance to a lightning strike by counting the seconds between the lightning and the thunder. Every 3 seconds roughly equals 1 kilometer. Bottlenose dolphins produce unique whistles that function like names, allowing them to identify individual members within a group. Each dolphin names itself at an early age and teaches its name to others, enabling recognition and communication over distances. When a dolphin calls out to another group member, it uses that dolphin's specific whistle, to which the other dolphin responds. Dolphins can recognize each other's names even after years apart, indicating a strong social memory and advanced intelligence. Beavers' teeth never stop growing, an adaptation to their specific diet and lifestyle. Beavers spend much of their time gnawing on wood, which is both a food source and a building material for their dams. Constant gnawing helps wear down their teeth, keeping them at a manageable length. If a beaver's teeth weren't regularly worn down, they would grow too long and cause health issues. The front surfaces of beavers' incisors are coated with a hard layer of enamel, giving them a characteristic orange color that protects against wear and allows effective gnawing of tough wood. Some snake species, such as rattlesnakes, boas, and pythons, have specialized receptors called pit organs that enable them to detect infrared radiation or the heat emitted by living organisms. These receptors allow snakes to see a thermal image of their prey, even in total darkness, which is especially useful when hunting. This ability is particularly beneficial for nocturnal snakes and those living in dark burrows where vision is less effective. Snakes' heat receptors are so sensitive that they can detect temperature differences as small as 0.003 degrees Celsius, allowing them to locate warm-blooded animals from a distance of several centimeters. Jays, especially blue jays, are known for their intelligence and ability to deceive other animals. They often bury food to use it later, but if they notice they are being watched, they can pretend to hide food in one location while actually burying it elsewhere. This behavior protects their supplies from being stolen by other birds or animals. It indicates a developed ability to plan and anticipate the actions of other creatures. Jays are among the birds that can recognize their reflection in a mirror, suggesting they have a level of self-awareness similar to that of primates. Crabs, instead of having classic teeth in their mouths, possess specialized structures in their stomachs that resemble teeth. The crab's stomach is equipped with what is known as a grinding stomach, which grinds food into small pieces using strong tooth-like structures. This unique feature, called the gastric mill, allows crabs to crush hard-shelled food, such as the shells of other crustaceans and pieces of coral. Some species of crabs can even produce sounds by rubbing their gastric teeth against each other, which serves to communicate with other crabs, especially in threatening situations. Swans are an example of a species that forms monogamous pairs that last a lifetime. After a mating season in which young swans choose their partners, they remain together for many years, raising offspring and defending their territory. In the event of a partner's loss, the surviving swan often remains alone for the rest of its life or for a long time. This loyalty is rare in the animal kingdom and symbolizes a bond that has inspired numerous myths and stories about swans. Swans can express their attachment by dancing in the water with their necks intertwined, which is one of the most well-known gestures of love and devotion in the animal world. Some gorillas, such as the famous Koko, have learned the basics of sign language and have been able to communicate with humans on a fundamental level. Coco learned over 1,000 signs and could understand more than 2,000 English words, expressing emotions, feelings, and thoughts. The ability to learn sign language demonstrates a high level of intelligence and the gorilla's capacity for abstract thinking. Coco was known for her affection for kittens, which she treated as her own offspring. She also had a sense of humor, capable of joking and expressing emotions such as sadness and joy, making her a unique case in animal intelligence studies. The solar system formed about 4.6 billion years ago from a massive cloud of interstellar dust and gas that collapsed under the influence of gravity, creating a young star, the Sun. As a result of this process, a disc-shaped nebula formed around the Sun, from which planets, moons, comets, and other celestial bodies gradually emerged. Over billions of years, the solar system has evolved, and many of its objects, such as Earth, went through a period of intense asteroid bombardment, affecting crater formation and shaping the surfaces of planets. Thanks to modern telescopes and space probes, astronomers have gained insights into the formation processes of other planetary systems, allowing them to better understand how our solar system might have looked in its early days. Noctilucent clouds, also known as mesospheric clouds, are unusual clouds visible at about 80 kilometers up in the upper layers of the atmosphere. They form when water vapor freezes around dust from cosmic meteorites or volcanic eruptions, creating ice crystals that reflect sunlight. Even after sunset, when the sun is below the horizon, these clouds can still reflect its rays, creating a spectacular phenomenon visible in the night sky. Noctilucent clouds are most often observed around the summer solstice in temperate zones, and their visibility depends on height, angles of sunlight, and atmospheric clarity. They often appear as glowing, delicate blue streaks against the dark sky. The color change in leaves during autumn results from reduced production of chlorophyll, the green pigment responsible for photosynthesis. As days shorten and temperatures drop, trees prepare for winter dormancy by decreasing chlorophyll production, which requires significant energy. As chlorophyll breaks down other pigments in the leaves, such as carotenoids, responsible for yellow and orange hues, and anthocyanins, reds, become visible, creating the characteristic colors of fall. This process benefits the trees by limiting chlorophyll production and preparing to shed leaves, helping them survive the winter while reducing water loss and damage from frost. The term bookworms refers to tiny beetles from the Anobiidae and Dermestidae families that feed on the organic material found in paper. The most famous ones are beetles from the Anobium punctatum and Adagenus genera, which can consume both cellulose and glue used in old books. They aren't related to true moths in the Tinidae family, though, like them, they can be a nuisance in libraries and archives. Bookworms not only damage books, but may also threaten artwork and documents that have been preserved for centuries. Many libraries use disinfection methods and special deterrents to protect collections from these pests. Elephants are among the few animals that show the ability to use tools. They have been observed using branches to swat flies, fanning themselves like natural fans. They may also use leaves to cover their skin from the sun or drop them into water to access drinking water more easily. Interestingly, elephants learn these techniques from other members of their herd, showing high intelligence and the ability to mimic. Elephants have very developed brains and problem-solving skills, and their tools can be quite sophisticated, using sticks to scratch or, in some cases, filling holes with sand to improve access to water. Glass is an amorphous substance, meaning it has properties of both solids and liquids. Though it behaves like a solid under everyday conditions, it lacks the regular crystalline structure typical of solid matter, making it a unique material. It's essentially a frozen liquid with high viscosity and an unordered atomic structure. The process of making glass involves rapidly cooling molten material, which locks its molecules in random positions. Myths of glass flowing in old windows arose from the thicker edges observed in some antique glass, but research has shown this effect is due to historical glass-making techniques rather than the glass itself flowing over time.